So Cullen, congratulations, your season is off and running. How would you assess that one?
Obviously after seeing the stats, it's better than what I thought it was. I knew I played okay, especially towards the end of the game. I knew I scored pretty well. It's tough. It's one of those, you've had a month off after the World, you're not quite sure what's going to happen, especially because it's on stage. You know, we've not had sort of a warm-up on the Pro Tour, so to speak. So it's tough going up because you always question yourself a little bit, but yeah, like I say, if I'd scraped a 6-5 with a 70 average, I'd have been happy with just the same way I am tonight.
Middle of the match, were you a little bit frustrated because you were carving opportunities but then kind of handing them straight back and couldn't quite get in front in that middle part?
Yeah, to be honest, I felt a bit flat, if I'm honest. Don't know why, but they're even more pleasing, you know, because when you're not feeling, you know, too great, and you can still grind the result out against, you know, sort of a class player like Josh, it's just as pleasing as, you know, chuckling a massive average.
It's an environment here that you've had success in. Was it a nice feeling coming back here?
Yeah, well, obviously I came back as defending champ last year and got beat first game, so you know, I'm one better off than last year. So yeah, it's always nice to win on any stage, but you know, I know what it takes to win here, so hopefully it can be a good weekend again for me.
You've had a nice break since the World Championships. You feeling refreshed and ready to go?
I wouldn't say refreshed, you know. Yeah, I won't go into too much detail, but no, I've not really practiced much, to be honest. I've enjoyed the time off away from the dartboard, if you like. It's good to be back, and you know, keeps your mind occupied and keeps you focused.
One pleasing thing for you, your Euro Tour streak will continue. I know you dropped out of the provisional seedings with the rule change. The Cullen streak on the Euro Tour continues. You must have been delighted when that news came through.
Yeah, well, I definitely wouldn't have gone to the qualifiers, you know. no, obviously I would have done, you know. It's one of those, I think. I get both sides of it with the Euro Tour. I get what you're trying to do, Phil. You know, I'm not stupid. You know, try to entice something out of me. But I get both sides. You know, I'm on both sides of the fence. You know, I've been a sea for a long time, so you know, I get both sides. I get why the PDC have done it. You know, they want the big names in, week out. So yeah, I understand it, but I also understand the frustration as well.
Joe, thanks very much, man.
Nice, cheers.
John, you mentioned there that you've not really thrown a lot of darts in the past 5 or 6 weeks. With the tournament calendar being so stacked, is it important to have those breaks, do you find, in the year?
Yeah, especially after, like I said, it was a busy year last year. Sort of even more so, you know, for the Premier League players. I get why they pick and choose, you know, where they go and where they don't. So it's the time off is massive, and especially with the Pro Tours being midweek next year. There's a lot more weekends off, there's a lot more time to do things, but it's one of those. It's you know, the weekend you get off, you know, you get off an exhibition, so it can, if you're not careful, it can become even more busier than what it should be.
We saw in the World Championship you had a great game with Luke Humphries. Hate to mention it, but 2 match darts missed. Is it difficult to get over that? How long does it take you to sort of put that out of your mind?
I got over it until you just mentioned it. No, it's I think it's one of them. It's, you know, I've been in a couple of games like that. You know, the one with Michael at the World, the one with Gary at the match play, and you know, I've come out the wrong end of them. So I think at the time, you're obviously devastated, and you know, as low as you can imagine. But it's one of those. You take stock about it afterwards. You know, I'm under no illusions. You know, I was. Should, whichever words you want to put in there, I've won the game. Luke said the same himself. I think if I'd have won, I don't think Luke could have complained too much, but I think it's just one of those. I think Luke's name was on the trophy, if you like. You know, it's survived match darts there. I think Leighton missed a couple of darts to go. It's 5-2 up, I think. So yeah, I think his just name was on the trophy, and I think in the end, through gritted teeth, he was a deserved winner.
Last year you made the final 4 for the match play at World Grand Prix. Given what you did last year, what would be success for Joe Cullen in 2024?
Get back in the winner's circle. Like I say, I've played some good stuff at times, but I've not won a tournament. I think the last one I won was the Euro Tours in September 22. So the year flies by so fast. You know, this feels like it was yesterday when we was here at the Masters last year. So the tournaments and the year flies by so fast. So the main aim is to get into the winning circle. Obviously, I'd love it to be, you know, something as big as the match play, the Worlds, or whatever. But you know, Pro Tour, you know, gradually build. You know, I've not really declined in my career. I think I've always sort of stayed, you know, somewhere near or progressed. So you know, that's the aim again this year. I think, you know, a lot of people mention the rankings. The rankings take care of themselves if you can perform on TV well.
Cheers, John. Thank you.
Cheers.